So this is the cat girl that we've had, I think, in each Rising event. It's like she's like a reporter or something. Okay. Siblings Rising. Kippe Jakia is looking for a worried sister. Is this the same? There might be more than one of these cat girls, actually. Oh, if it isn't Gaddis. It's always a pleasure, my friend. And how fortuitous that you should appear now, just when I'm in need of help again. Pray hear me out. You see, my brother recently wrote saying that he wished to meet me in Ul'dah during the Rising celebration. However, the appointed hour has come and gone, but I've seen neither hide nor hair of him. I've checked all the likely places in the city to no avail, and I'm beginning to worry. If it isn't too much trouble, may I ask you to help me find him? I wonder if this is the dude. There was a cat boy last year that was starting out as an adventurer, and I actually can't remember his name. I wonder if this is the guy. I'm in your debt. Now, my brother is a youth of 16 by the name of Nagi. He recently became an adventurer. Oh, I think this is the guy. Okay. Something he had aspired to since he was little. Being an adventurer yourself, perhaps you know of him, if not cross paths? Yeah. We met at the previous Rising. Not only did you meet him, you helped him on his way, you say? What an amazing coincidence. That being said, it doesn't necessarily mean you would know where he is now. If he isn't in the city, though, chances are he went outside on some business. To begin with, I propose we split up and make inquiries in case someone else has seen him. If you could focus on this area, I shall speak with those in the quicksand. Afterwards, let's convene by the entrance to the tavern. Simple enough. All right. There's a couple people here and somebody here. Greetings, adventurer. How may I assist you? I'm looking for a cat boy. I mean, who isn't in this game, right? Oh, Nagi, I understand he's doing some work for the Wandering Minstrel. I dare say his client can point you in the right direction. If you can track the man down, that is. I'm afraid I don't know his whereabouts at present. That's not helpful. He's an outdoor cat now. Yeah, I hope he's like... I wonder if he's essentially gotten through the equivalent of like Heaven's Word or Stormblood. Something you need? Ah, Nagi, aye. I know the sprightly lad. Couldn't say where he is now, but last I saw him he mentioned taking on some delivery work. He's a curious one, he is. Gets along with everyone well enough, but doesn't seem to like working in a team. What with talk of bandits prowling the road of late, I can't help but worry. Oh, we might need to help him out. Oh, we're in a familiar spot. A lot of the Rising events usually lead to this place. Oh, slap me silly with a harbor herring. What? If it isn't the adventurer who gave this Gaz a story for the ages by bringing that letter in a bottle way back when. What the hell? Am I supposed to remember that? Don't tell me that was in like 2.0. So, what can Bran do for you this fine evening? I see. With apologies, I haven't seen this Nagi. As a matter of fact, I've been rather busy working on my upcoming piece on the Rising. Just earlier, I was interviewing the ever-enigmatic Wandering Minstrel. Oh, the Yoshi P of this world, who's got another unusual venture in the offing. The Letter Forest, he calls it. If that piques your interest, I recommend you go see the man. He's at the Gold Court, over the steps of Thal. Oh, it appears Nagi's carrying some work for the Wandering Minstrel. If you talk to the man at the Gold Court, you should be able to learn more. Why did it tell me that? Usually it doesn't give me like the little extra exposition information. Alright, so where is this dude? Okay, I can take any of these spots, I guess. I think there's like a aetheryte like around the corner. Oh, I thought there was. Is it further down? Okay. want to get to as close to the center as possible. I guess Gladiator's Guild will do it. This way. Oh, everything's all prettied up. Well, there's the creepy music again. It's like I got a brief reprieve and then immediately as I get closer it starts again. Ah, my dear friend, what a pleasant surprise this is. I trust you've been keeping well? Now then, how might this minstrel be of service? So Nagi's sister wishes to find him. Indeed. I have entrusted him with a task, and have an inkling as to where he might be. As you may have heard, on the occasion of this Rising celebration, I am hosting an exhibit called the Letter Forest. All are invited to anonymously submit letters to this forest and express their gratitude and encouragement for another, and all may peruse the letters at their leisure. Now, in order to collect missives from outside of Ul'dah, I've dispatched a chocobo carriage. Nagi is escorting said carriage. When he contacted me on Link Pearl a while ago, he said that they had emerged from the Twelves Wood on their way back to Ul'dah. Given the hour, they should have already arrived. I know not what caused the delay, but might I trouble you to look for them? I would go myself, except I'm needed here at present. Did somebody want all the letters in the carriage? I'm truly grateful. In case it helps, the carriage was meant to pass through Blackbrush Station, so perhaps you could take your search to that area. I pray that nothing has befallen them. You have some people assuming maybe that the carriage had gold or valuables, but it just has a bunch of letters in it. Oh, is there no fast way to get, I guess, back to the Adventurers Guild? Is that really the closest spot? Yeah. I mean, if he's had a whole year to train, he's probably not that bad of an adventurer, right? What if he's only like level 15? Something shitty. There you are. Were you able to learn Autumn Nagi? Escorting a carriage for the minstrel, so that's the way of it. As suggested, let's take ourselves to Blackbrush Station and try searching in the vicinity. Alright, let's teleport. I like it how it has the little like emblem for the 10th anniversary. And I wish I was going to Japan this year. Tokyo Tower, I think for maybe all of September or something, has a whole Final Fantasy XIV exhibit on one of the floors. I've been there before, and they usually have like cool limited time events and stuff, but there's like games and essentially a whole scale model of Limsa Lominsa or something, apparently. I saw some tweets about it. It's pretty crazy. Gaddis! No sooner did I arrive than this man came running out of breath. You're an adventurer. Thank the 12. It's the bandits from the Quibarn Manse. They've fallen on a chocobo carriage over the clutch. The carriage only had one guard and he was sorely outnumbered. Please, you must help him. It has to be Nagi. With me, Gaddis. Oh, action music. These little Lalafell. Like, I get that they're legitimate adults, but seeing a bunch of little Lalafell trying to take down one person does look kind of funny. Damn it. There's no end to them. We have you now, you stubborn little shite. Enough! Leave my little brother alone, or by 12 as my witness, you will receive such a thrashing as you've never known. Are you gonna do it? Oh, from this fearsome adventurer here, that is, of course. I'm like, what? I'm gonna smack you. That's no ordinary man! Retreat! Like, Gaddis is finally getting around. Like, people didn't know who he was before, but everyone recognizes the Warrior of Light now. Are you alright, Nagi? Sister, and Gaddis too? Now you should be the one to come to my aid. Thank you. How have you been, Nagi? Looks like he's a monk. You remembered. I've been well. More than well. I'm sorry I didn't come when I said I would, sister. Rest assured I'm not too badly hurt. That's a relief. I'll take a proper look at your wounds back in the city. Must be an older sister, right? I must say, I was quite surprised to learn that you had met Gaddis. He helped me when I first arrived in Ul'dah. From registering as an adventurer to completing my first task, he kindly showed me the ropes. Now, I had suspected that you were a great adventurer, but to send your foes running without even drawing your weapon, that's just incredible. I still have a long way to go, embarrassing myself like I did. If I want Sister's approval, I need to grow stronger and be able to fight on my own. My approval? But first things first. Brent and I have a delivery to make for The Rising. Oh yeah, this is the original dude from when you first start in 2.0. I remember him. If you'll excuse us, we'll all hurry back to Ul'dah. Let us head back as well. I've had a mind to pay the minstrel a visit in any case. I think he's been cutting his own hair while on the road. I think his hair was like that before. Very messy haired, yeah. Yeah, like somebody just took a pair of scissors and chop, chop, chop. Welcome back, my friends. Pleased am I to see that Nagi is safe and well. Rising attendants inform me they now have all the letters. With this, we may proceed with the letter forced as planned. Thank you, Nagi. I'm sorry I'm so late. You see... Explains all his trials and tribulations up to that point. Were it not for Gaddis, there's no telling what might have become of the letters in Brent. In the end, I was utterly useless. Well, we can't all be a god-killing warrior of light. It's kind of a high bar. So that's how it happened. As Nagi's client, allow me to thank you as well for coming to his aid. That being said, my boy, you are far from useless. Nay, you bravely defended the carriage until help arrived. There's no need to belittle yourself so. Well, Gaddis didn't need to rely on anyone. No, he drove off the bandits with nary more than a stern look. I couldn't hold a candle to him. Like him, I want to be able to deal with any problem without help. Otherwise, I can't claim to be an adventurer worth his salt. She's like, without help. Tell me, Nagi, all this time, have you been working alone? Even for dangerous tasks? That's right. A worthy adventurer doesn't rely on others. If I'm to be the kind of adventurer you approve of, I must be able to handle anything by myself. I see. You've been doing it wrong, kid. If that's what you believe, then I can't consent to you being an adventurer any longer. Return to our village and start over. Uh-oh. That's kind of harsh. But you were so happy for me when I became an adventurer. I'm working so hard to succeed, to prove to you that I have what it takes, but now... You've developed a grave misconception. Until you recognize what it is, I can't in good conscience approve of your calling. If you can't accept this, if you wish to remain an adventurer, then you must win me over, and it begins with pondering why you first embarked upon this path. All right, sister, I'll think on this. Tough love. I guess you could just, if she just tells him the answer, maybe he won't really get it, right? My strength is my friends. I'm sorry you had to see that, Gaddis. Despite how it may have appeared, no one wants my brother to succeed more than I do. To succeed and be happy. After all, I know better than any how hard he works. Unless he changes his ways, however, he is like to die somewhere out there. And even if he manages to stay alive, he would only know an arduous life. That's why I didn't go out of my way to be gentle when dressing his wounds. If he could just focus on what actually matters. Instead, he obsesses about gaining my approval and compares himself to others. It's tough because it's like that way of tough love might work, or it could do the opposite and just make him totally give up. Like, there's two kinds of people, right? There's the one kind that will be like, I'll show you, and then there's the other one that will just collapse in on themselves with that kind of pressure. But I guess if he does the second, or the latter rather than the former, then maybe he shouldn't be an adventurer at all. What drives us? Kip Jakia is again looking a worried sister. If truth be told, no matter what Nagi wants to do, it is my intent to support him. It's his life, after all, and no one else's. It isn't my place to interfere. Be that as it may, if he is sabotaging his own aspirations with his obsession for my approval, I can't simply stand idly by and watch. Loath though I am to impose, until my brother has found his answer, might I trouble you to keep an eye on him? Please, take it as a request from me as well. Ever has adventuring been dangerous, and it is more dangerous still for one who spurns help. Like Kif, I do not wish for Nagi to continue on his current path. As a fellow adventurer, please help him find a better way. Thank you. Now then, on a related matter, I must pay a visit to the Weavers Guild, but I'll see you again anon, if you'll excuse me. Nagi set off this way, so you may find him at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. We'll leave him in your capable hands, my friend. Gotta cheer up the cat boy. He was tough enough to get off on his own the first time. That's true. I mean, obviously, this is the kind of dude that he'll get his shit together. I don't think they would ever have a story like this can you imagine if they had a story like this for Celebration where he couldn't cut it? He's like, I've learned my lesson. Never again try to do anything. I think that'd be the saddest fucking event. Just hold on a second. Alright, where am I supposed to... Sapphire Exchange? Where the heck is that? There is an Aetheryte, which is closer. Hey, Deolius. The lesson is that sometimes you aren't good enough. Happy anniversary. I don't know if they don't always have like downer kind of moments in the game, but that would be unintentionally hilarious. It's okay to, well, that's the thing. I think, you know, it's a game that wants to stay optimistic. So the game usually doesn't say like, hey, not everybody could be the warrior of light, but they also do sometimes try to keep things in perspective where it's like, well, literally not everybody can be a god-slaying hero of the universe, right? Otherwise, there wouldn't be any problems. All right. Sure, I record this one. What is he trying to buy? Oh, it's you, Gaddis. What is it? Is that so? I'm sorry. This is really something I should be doing alone. Still, it's nice to have someone to talk to. Like my sister bade me, I'm pondering why I chose to become an adventurer in the first place. Kippe has always looked after me since I was no more than 10 after our parents passed away. She was already a reporter by then, and her work took her to various places. From her, I heard tales about adventures and came to admire them. Upon learning of the full extent of the impending calamity, she took us to a village in the mountains where our aunt lived. It's desperate times like these that people need stories of hope, she used to say. And I believe she wanted to remain in Gridania and continue her work, but she left in order to keep me safe. It was a burden to her. Oh, I was a burden to her then. I don't want to be a burden to her again. For that, I need to show her that I don't need to depend on others. That I'm a capable adventurer who can handle anything by himself. Ponder as I might, I can't understand what's wrong with that. Well, when in doubt, I suppose I should do what when it doubt? Rare typo. When in doubt, I suppose I should do what adventurers do and gather information. It would be good, I think, to speak with people like my sister. People who aren't adventurers but are familiar with them. Who in Ul'dah would fit that description? Oh, I got choices here. How about the face of the Adventurers Guild? How about the local purveyor of information? How about a business with extensive dealing with adventurers? Isn't that still the Adventurer Guild? Aren't these all maybe part of the Adventurers Guild? How about extensive dealings with adventurers? Yeah, this poor guy. You mean the House of Splendors, the place that offers quality gear in exchange for services? Sure. I'd better not. Horror stories are rife of people who make the mistake of indebting themselves to the house, becoming forever indentured. Instead, how about Miss Momodi, the face of the Adventurers Guild? I knew this thing was I knew this thing was working its way to Adventurers Guild no matter what option I picked. In her capacity as guild representative, she's bound to have some valuable insights. I'll seek her out at once. Yeah, you do that, kid. Momodi is a seasoned professional. Is there a faster way to get there? I think, so it makes more sense when he describes what happened to him and his sister, why he thinks the right way to do it is to not have to have anybody. He's afraid of depending on others. Doesn't want to be a burden, even though that's not really how that works when you've got your, what do they call it in One Piece? Your nakama. your friends that are deeper than just friends. Your partners, your crew. I still remember when I first came here to sign up. I was a nervous wreck then, but now this place feels like a second home. And I come all the time for crumpets. They make them so springy, and they serve them drowning in butter and honey. Okay, you're making me hungry, kid. Sorry, now isn't the time for that. Come, let's have a chat with Miss Momodi. Well now, if it isn't Gaddis and Nagi, to what do I owe the pleasure of both your companies today? I was hoping to get your advice on a certain matter. I mean, she would know. The misconception you've developed about being an adventurer, that's an interesting one, I have to admit. Try as I might to figure it out, I keep going around in circles. I thought you might be able to offer some insights. This is just a gut feeling, but I reckon I understand what your sister's trying to say. tell me, Nagi, suppose you failed to get your sister's approval. Would you simply give up being an adventurer? Would it all become meaningless? Hmm? From this here counter, I have indeed seen off many an adventurer, each and every one unique, with dreams and destinations all their own. But in spite of their differences, they all share something in common, a reason for first embarking upon their journey. Gaddis, would you mind telling us why you chose the adventure in life? Oh no. Because I used to play Final Fantasy XI, and this game looked like 11, but with better graphics? Do you want me to be that real? I wanted to see the world. It seemed exciting. A friend recommended it to me. Who recommends, hey, you should try adventuring. It's pretty cool. And dangerous. It's a secret. I do like being secretive. Is he gonna do the little, like, puts his finger up and says, shush? That is a secret. If you're disinclined to share, then I won't pry. To look at you, though, it's plain you've got a proper reason. Keep it close to your heart now, you hear? And you, Nagi, what inspired you to become an adventurer? It's simple, really. I heard about adventures from my sister and became infatuated with the lives they led. Like them, I wanted to be able to see the world while helping those in need. And then isn't that enough? Your sister's approval or no, you have a reason all your own. By the 12, I see now. At some point, my desire to prove myself to Kippe had displaced my own motive for being an adventurer. That's the misconception Kippe wanted me to realize. What a fool I've been. Wanting someone's approval isn't wrong in and of itself, mind, but it's got nothing to do with why you're an adventurer. It shouldn't force you to do things you wouldn't otherwise do, like trying to handle everything alone. Well, that's enough for me today. I said my piece. What you do now is up to you, Nagi. Thank you for helping me realize, Miss Momodi. Think nothing of it. It's my job to watch over you all. Nothing makes me happier than to see you happy, doing what you do. And I'm your biggest success story, apparently. I did start in Ulda. Alright, the kid's perked up. He's got a new fire in his belly. It's like a friend recommending you to play 14. Exactly, Deolius. Saying, hey, you could be the cat boy, cat girl, cat whoever you always dreamed of. Thank you, Gaddis, for accompanying me. I think I know what to say to Kippen now. And loath though I am to trouble you again, there's something else I'd like you to help with. You see, one of the letters we collected in Limsa Laminsa, one was from an explorer who was seeking an escort for an expedition. By now, that letter should be on display in the Gold Court. I want to show it to my sister, and I'd be grateful if you could help me find it. Come, let's rejoin the minstrel. Alright. Oops. Pause my recording. So where the heck... Oh, right back in the center again. Okay. Oh, back to... From upbeat music, back to creepy. Guess it only kicks in over there, and then it goes back to the regular town music once you get out of that area. Somebody has the little poo-poo alien. Alright. Ah, welcome back. Dare I hope you're able to find the answer? Yes, I am happy to say Miss Momodi helped me come to a realization. And when I go to speak with my sister... I see. By all means, feel free to borrow the letter. Does it have any distinguishing characteristics? As I recall, there was a large drawing of a blue chocobo on it. Blue chocobo. Very well. Let's all search together, the more swiftly to find it. I have a blue chocobo. Letter with a quill drawing? Does this say who wrote that one? Esteemed adventurer, should you chance to read this letter, I pray it finds you well. Much time has passed since you helped us to rebuild in the wake of that terrible disaster, but we still remember you most fondly. Our lives continue to be hard, and every day brings new challenges. Nonetheless, we have regained a semblance of what we once had, and smiles are beginning to return to faces. The morrow will be brighter than today. This we dare to believe now, thanks to you. And should you yourself face hardship, I pray that you believe the same. While the contents ring a bell, this letter wasn't written by an explorer, nor does it bear a drawing of a chocobo. It isn't the missive Nagi's looking for. Also, all these are like little quiet thank yous to the player for saving them at various points. A shield drawing? I'm just purposely picking the wrong ones. As someone charged with the city's peace, I cannot overstate how much of a boon adventurers are to our efforts. Some folk had expressed concern that an increase in drifters would see a corresponding rise in crimes, but on the contrary, they're steadily declining. Soldiers like ourselves are somewhat limited in the scope of our duties, and we are not always available to lend our citizens what assistance they need. Thus would I take this opportunity to express my heartfelt gratitude to adventurers who step up to fill the void. Yeah, it's nice. Oh, there's the chocobo drawing. Let's not, like, immediately do that, though. I want to see more of these. Chocobo carriage drawing. This is from, Brent? Or whatever his name was. Dear not-so-new adventurer. As a traveling merchant, I've had my fair share of happy encounters, but sharing a carriage with you stands out above them all. For you see, I went on to sell veritable crate loads of the ring I gave you, and I still have that ring in my retainer's inventory, and turned enough of a profit to buy my own carriage. You shared with me your adventurer's luck, and I count my blessings every day. No matter where I go, I often hear of your exploits, and it makes me inordinately proud to have met you. Till we meet again, my friend, I pray for your continued safety and success. That was from him. That was in 2013. That was a very long time ago for me, but narratively in the game, I don't know how many years it's been. Probably only like 2 years or something. There's like that time dilation effect. Like that time bubble where it hasn't been as much, like it's not real years that have passed since the beginning of the game. Okay, I guess we just get the chocobo one now. Can we just pass it? Oh my god. This one. Dear adventurer, how fares your journey? Mine continues, and I wake up to the sound of birdsong and lie down to sleep beneath the moonlight as I seek unblazed trails. Long ago, when an adventurer aided me, I was made to realize how alike we are. Deep down, we are simply travelers who thrill to make new discoveries. Thus do I write this letter now, in hopes of recruiting such like-minded souls to join me on an expedition. If you at all share in my desire to make the uncharted charted, then I invite you to seek me out at the Drowning Wench in Limsa. Eagerly do I await your coming. Aha, that's why he wanted the letter. He's gonna join a crew. No luck over here so far. How about you? Well, I found it. Yes, that's the one. All that's left, then, is to talk to Kippe. Do you know where she is? She went to the Weavers Guild saying she had business there. Huh. Perhaps she's buying clothes? At any rate, I'll look for her there. Thank you. Maybe she's buying you clothes, kid. For this, too, might I trouble you to accompany Nagi? Afterwards, I ask that you tell me how events unfold. I shall await you at the Ruby Road Exchange. As soon as I leave the zone, blast you in the face with music. You're here too, Gaddis? I must confess I'm feeling rather nervous, so I appreciate your presence. No problem, kid. Oh dear, you came to find me? My apologies for taking so long. So, Nagi, were you able to find the answer? Aye. To begin with, I want you to look at this. An explorer is assembling an escort for the expedition? Certainly sounds exciting. In wanting of your approval, I was determined not to rely on others, but a part of me dearly wanted to be part of the expedition, to go where I dare not set foot alone. So I've decided that I will answer the invitation. Then, this means you've given up on trying to do everything alone? I had wanted to prove to you that I'm capable, that I'm no longer a burden, and in my obsession I lost sight of why I became an adventurer in the first place. To see what lies beyond the horizon, and lend a helping hand to those I meet. That's what drives me, and I was able to remember this thanks to Miss Momodi and Gaddis. And whether or not you approve, I want to continue adventuring for my own reasons. Is that alright with you? Didn't you just say you didn't need my approval? But to be clear, I never actually intended to stop you. Do you remember what you once told me, Nagi? Shortly before the calamity struck? Oh? Flashback? Oh, he was so tiny! He was a tiny little kid! Oh. Did you interview adventurers again today? What were they like? What kind of places have they been to? You never get sick of hearing about adventurers, do you? Never ever. When I grow up, I want to be an adventurer too. He's got the tiny cattail when they're kids. Well, that's as fine as an aspiration as any. But do you know what kind of adventurer you wish to become? A hero like in the tales, perhaps? Oh, no, sister, not a hero. Adventurers are free spirits, and I want to be the freest spirit of all. Oh, yes, I'll travel the world and meet lots of people, and when I visit home, you can interview me as much as you like. For that boy to spurn help for want of my approval, I couldn't bear to see it. And in order to bring you to your senses, I may have spoken a little sternly. As an adventurer, you'll experience no small amount of hardships, but you chose your path because you wanted to be free. So don't let yourself be shackled by expectation, be it your own or that of others, and instead take things as they come. So long as you're true to yourself and recognize your limits, you'll surely find a way forward. And remember, not even heroes can accomplish everything alone. Relying on others doesn't make you a lesser adventurer. If anything, the freer we are, the more we need to look out for one another. And that, I believe, is the essence and beauty of adventuring. Wouldn't you agree, Gaddis? Wholeheartedly. An adventurer is never alone. Understood, Kippe. I won't ever forget this. Knowing you, I'd expect you raring to answer the explorer's petition in Limsa Liminsa. You'll be taking an airship, yes? In which case, I shall give these garments to you now. I knew she was buying him clothes. I had them made for you, thinking it was past time you had something better. Yeah, why don't you have something where your shirt is not open? For me, thank you so much, sister. I must thank you too, Gaddis. You're the kind of adventurer I admire, and I'll keep working hard to be like you. I couldn't have asked for a better person to watch over my little brother. I appreciate everything you've done for him and look forward to meeting you again, be it for a story or something else. With that, we take our leave of you. Till next time! Cat people really do. They kind of... I've never seen an old cat person. You see the siblings off, safe in the knowledge that all will be well. Time to rejoin the wandering minstrel and relate to him the tale's happy conclusion. Not even heroes can accomplish everything alone, unless they run unsynced. Yeah, if I'm level 90, I'm pretty sure I could do a lot of those older missions alone. But yeah, Mikote, like, even the older ones, the only thing that makes them look older is they get a couple more, like, wrinkles on their face. But essentially, their body type doesn't really change. Like, I've seen old humans and even old Ellison, but for some reason, they just do not want, they don't want cat people looking too old. I don't know why. It's kind of funny that way, actually. Cats are immortal. I guess they have multiple lives. Maybe the lives are just spread out across the one big life. Alright, now we get the Yoshi P try to make you cry moment. Let's see if I can hold strong. Welcome back, my friend. Judging by your expression, I take it all is well with Nagi and Kippe. That's right. I see. Pleased I am to hear that. When we first set out on our journeys, 'tis usually for the simplest of reasons. Yet as we make our way, those reasons may become lost in a haze of motives, causing us to lose sight of what truly matters. In such a time, if we can but remember what prompted us to take our first step, we will always find the strength to take the next. Nagi shall be fine, I'm certain of it. My thanks for keeping an eye on him. Play me that song. These events have inspired a new verse in me. A verse about the dreams of those who seek new worlds and the hopes of those who see them off. Bling. Do it. Yeah. Oh, where's this? Airship? And no one's running the airship. Oh shit! Someone grab the steering wheel. We're gonna crash. I don't think these things have autopilot. Greetings, warrior of light. Oh, different outfit. Man, it looks like a engineer this time. Ha! This is a world that exists outside your reality. Could it be a dream? A flight of fancy conjured by your weary mind? Perhaps. Or perhaps not. He says this every time. This is what he said last time, isn't it? And probably the time before. 'Tis a pleasure to see... There's his name! It's Naoki Yoshida. 'Tis a pleasure to meet you again. As I have in the past, I have beckoned you here that I might express my gratitude. 10 years have now passed since the world was reborn from its ashes, since we set forth upon this journey. Countless things have happened during that time, and I've had the pleasure of meeting many an adventurer along the way. If truth be told, it hasn't always been easy. There are moments when I wonder why I must struggle so. Days when I'm tempted to cast it all aside. But in spite of this, I always manage to carry on. And it's thanks to my wonderful comrades and to you, our esteemed adventurers. By now, I must have been regaled with tens of thousands of your tales. You usually share them with a smile, but even when it is with a frown, you tell me that you're still enjoying yourself. It is no exaggeration to say that I derive all of my driving force from you all. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you. Ours is an unending journey, and nothing would make me happier than if we could keep walking it together. As you make your way, we promise that we will ever be at your side, matching you step for step. Now, time has come for this vision to end. Time for your eyes to open from this waking dream. Much time has passed since the world was reborn from its ashes. Countless souls have made this place their home. Every single one has left an indelible mark upon it. What? Oh! The fucking Louis Suave Phoenix? Together we have built this world, and it is our sincerest hope that we shall continue to do so for many years to come. So please be safe and well. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal. Oh. There's the unfortunate headache right afterwards. What a wonderful moment. Ah, my head. I dare say Nagi is aboard the airship by now. I pray that he and Kippe will find happiness upon their respective paths. I hope you do as well, my friend. If you would lend me an ear, I would dedicate these verses to your future. Oh, that's his new outfit. By morning light, the journey starts. A trill of hope within our hearts. On westerly wind to river song, into the world where we belong. What's that top he's wearing? It's always my first question. Where did I get that outfit? Above fields of white and azure sky, sunset storm a crimson fire. Jewels a glitter on pitch black veil. A new day dawns, so goes the tale. By eternal wind we carry on, boldly towards a golden morn, with memories as a guiding star, shining our steps both near and far. Where will you go? Whom will you meet? What will you see? There's no telling what the future holds for anyone. Yet come what may, I bid you never forget this. The bonds you forge, the memories you make, and the footprints you leave behind. They shall one day spur you forward. So pray continue walking your own path. Wherever your journey leads, I shall be praying for your happiness. Aww. With memories shared, yet all our own, as when we brave frontiers unknown. Thank you for 10 years. Ah. Oh, what did I get? Nymea Potpourri. Oh, Phoenix! Access to the leather... Oh, so there's more letters that I didn't get? I've also unlocked the Kupo Kupo Adventure minigame at the Steps of Nald. What the hell? What is that? This, along with many with other minigames, may also be played by opening the toy chest in your room. Oh, right. So I added a new toy. Every year they give you a toy for your toy box. So if you've been playing since like 2013 or like 2.0, you have quite a bit of toys in your little toy box. So what is the game? That's cute. Like, you feel like slightly choked up because it's like, this time around, he was saying, you know, sometimes it's been a little too difficult. And that's a very, like, muted way of saying, like, maybe he really did want to stop. Because this can't be easy. Maintaining a MMO for 10 years while you're, like, the main figurehead. But not just a figurehead, somebody who still actively does so much for the game. It's still probably a pretty big strain. But I know he really loves hearing about people's adventures and their experiences and stuff, so that probably really does legitimately give him reasons to continue. And Nora, so what is this? Kupo Kupo Adventure. Let's do it. I don't know what this is. Please enjoy yourself. Oh my god. Wait, what? Is it just like Moogles instead in place of people in Final Fantasy? So how do I start this shit? Oh my god. What the hell? I had to get the... Oh, I see. So you have to get all these guys before they reach you. Clever. I might fuck this up. Oh, the little fireballs need more than one hit. Oh, I'm already gonna die. Oh shit, there's so many. Wait, they split up. Yeah, it is kind of like Arkanoid. Oh, sometimes I can double up on hits. Oh god. Let's see if I'm dumb. Oh wait, that isn't the guy behind. Sense a powerful presence? What is that? Oh wait, I have moves! Starstorm. Oh my god. Oh, that was terrible. Shame on me. God, I'm gonna die! Hold on. Palm Fire. That was not Palm Fire. Oh god! Palm Ward. Oh, I did it on the wrong guy. Shit. Oh no. Get it. Yes, good. That was a warning shot. Exactly. Oh, they need too many hits. Damn it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, oh. I'm fucked. I move this thing around. WS to move. Oh, but I can't move it further back. Oh, god damn it. Can't do that one. Ah, fuck it. Oh. Oh. Wait, that thing needs 8 hits? Oh, shit. Okay, maybe I should do this thing. Oh, I can't get it now. Crap. Woo. Okay, this is maybe doable. Ow! It's randomly hitting me. There we go. Ho 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 ho. Oh, that was only stage 1. Okay, there's only 3 stages. Oh, a cactuar. That's not good. It moves? Oh no! Oh shit! Oh god, it's gonna hit me. It's fucking... Oh! Ah! Okay, okay, I need to actually use this thing now, I think. That helped. Fire 3 warning torpedoes over their boat. We only have 3 torpedoes. Wait, was that actually a DS9? That's funny. Uh-oh. Fuck, there's too many of these things. Oh, that only got the fireball. Palm levitation? What's that? No! Am I poisoned? Fuck. No! I'm so fucked. I'm so fucked! It was the pilot? Oh, really? Huh. I was actually watching a little YouTube documentary thing about Babylon 5 and DS9 and how it's not so subtle that they purposely made DS9 to try to fuck up Babylon 5. Oh, I'm screwed. Oh? This little guy is gonna get me. Ah, I couldn't. Oh no! Oh my god. This cactuar is gonna kill me. I had to put up like a protective thing? Oh, I can move up, but that's not gonna help me. Well, that was not bad. Oh, so it just hurts you once. I get it. Ow! Well, now this is worse. Sense a powerful presence. What does that mean? Oh my god, stop stepping into poison. Shit. Oh, yep, yep. Okay, that kind of worked. Yes! I need to cure myself right now. Okay. Oh god. Oh, I kinda... Not bad. This is fucking working out. Let's see. So I actually want ricochets. This is a much better... Oh, fuck. What is that? Ow. Oh, yes. Okay, one more. I want to see what happens at the end. I like the little remixes. It's pretty good. Ooh. That's good. Ow. Oh, I need to heal myself. Shit. Oh, damn it. That did not bounce as much as I was hoping. A meteor? Oh, you bet your ass I'm doing meteor. Oh my god. Whoosh. Whoa! Maybe I shouldn't have used that already. I feel like maybe I should have waited on that. It's okay. Oh no, there's so many. It's not gonna get enough. Okay. What's the area effect? Yes. I guess it makes sense. It should hit that many things. Oh, this is good. Yes. What the fuck? That one Mandragora has 14 points? I'm fucked. Ah, stupid Cator was in the way. This is not good. Ooh, ooh. Oh. Yeah? Do it again? Damn it. Shit. How do I get maximum ricochet attack? That did not give me enough. Powerful presence. So boss is coming soon. Shit. Woo! Yes! Oh no, this Tonberry is gonna destroy me. Wait, I almost have another meteor. Okay, this might work. Boss is coming, look busy. This has to— what is this thing? Whatever, nuke it. Oh shit. Nuke it again? Oh, I can't do enough. Oh, I have no more MP! Yes! Yay! Am I done? Oh, it's the guy! It's Catboy. Victory, Kupo. That's cute. That's fun. That's a fun little game. It's a nice, complete little game that they give you. That's cute. Oh, right. Let me see, oops. Before I forget, let's see what this, this new mount is. Let's see what it says. Hot to the touch, this hand-carved whistle emits a lively shrill that summons your rising phoenix. I have to get out of town to do it. What's a good outside area? Let's go to the dry docks. It's probably not as busy. The frame rate drops like to half in Ul'dah right now because of the event. So I have a phoenix from before. Oops. I had the phoenix that you get from collecting all the birds from, what is it, the Heavensward trials, right? Okay. So, nice open area. Sure, I'm recording my usage of bird. Created as a token of gratitude for the Warrior of Light, this majestic familiar assumes the likeness of the phoenix, the immortal bird of legend. Upon death, the creature is said to rise again from its own ashes, on account of which it is revered as a symbol of rebirth. Wait, where? Am I the fucking phoenix? I'm not writing it. It's me! Oh, it's playing this fucking theme. Ah, this is gonna get me. Oh, the fucking epic theme. I have become Phoenix. Reviver of worlds. This is the same, if I'm remembering the color scheme right, this is the same Phoenix that is like the primal Phoenix, the one that, if anyone played the Coils of Bahamut raid back in the day, this is Louis Sua's version of the Phoenix, like the most epic one. Not that the other mount that I have isn't badass, but like this is like the fucking Phoenix. It is a great prize. You know what? Tonally it makes sense because Coils of Bahamut was the first raid series that came out during A Realm Reborn. So it makes a lot of sense. And Louis Sua was our bridge basically from 1.0 to 2.0, because it's his actions that saved everyone from the calamity. So I'm actually getting a little worked up thinking about the connections here, but like, that is a hell of a gift. Like if we compare it, like it's huge too, holy shit. If we compare it to the mount that I have of the Phoenix. Let's see, did I have it favorited? Where's the other Phoenix? This one. This is more of like a... I'm not gonna say Asian Phoenix, but like it clearly has a different looking vibe. Like see, even the feather, the plumage on it is actually different. I thought it would just be a palette swap, but this is like a considerably different looking Phoenix actually. Like a Chinese Phoenix with the plumage. It's yeah, it's kind of like dragony or something. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, this doesn't look like... The face is completely different. Wow. Oh, man. It's interesting that they make you the Phoenix, as opposed to you just riding in it. I guess that's supposed to... Maybe it's like a... Oh, my God. And it has the more epic version of the Final Fantasy theme. Maybe they're trying to say that you are Final Fantasy. You embody the Phoenix. That's great. Ah. Anyway, that's super fucking cool. It always kind of gets me every year, but different ways. And this is no exception. It's a still very effective, pull at your heartstrings kind of thing for anybody that's played it for a decent length of time. Maybe it's the real Final Fantasy. Oh, maybe the real Final Fantasy, the friends we made along the way. Well, the funny thing is, so many of the themes of this game are about friendship and pooling together to do what you can't do alone and that kind of stuff. So, unironically, I think the real Final Fantasy is the friends we made along the way. All right. Well, keeping on this good vibe of celebrating the anniversary, I have a couple things lined up, some videos. Now, I don't know if you guys saw... Here, let me get to a less packed area, because there's a bunch of people around. I'm going to go back to my house and turn off the in-game music so we don't have, like, dueling musics to deal with. So there's a couple fun videos to enjoy the game and past events. I found this great... It's like a 2-set of, like, Final Fantasy 14 cutscenes without context across the years. So it's from, like, Realm Reborn all the way up through Endwalker, which looked really fun. So we'll watch that. Before we start, this is just a goofy one that I thought was fucking funny. Hold on a second. Yeah. Turn the master volume off so it's not like... There's this guy, girl, whoever, animator, named Benny G, Beneg, that I recommend if people, I mean, everybody's on YouTube these days. If you're into 14 and you like fan animations, I recommend checking out their channel because they make like tons of hilarious animations with actual game characters that they import, I think, into Blender. And do you believe in Eorzea? You have to say that in Gaius' voice, right? Humph, how glib. I can't believe that that's not like... People that play the game now will never know that you actually had dialogue options in Praetorium. That's wild to me. All right, let me get this up here. This is just a short one that I thought was funny. They made Xenos into a bunny.
It fills you even now, doesn't it? The hunger to bite down on my jugular, to feel the warmth fill your mouth and run over even as you drink deep. Good. good.
Like, please don't shoot me. Jesus
A
Christ.
test of your.
Yeah, does he have a? Do they have a link here? They have a Patreon as well. Very funny. But there's all kinds of these little they're like little 30-second like animations usually. That's one of the last ones I saw like randomly on my homepage. It's cute. Perfect. Yeah, there's a science and an art to knowing when to cut off loud noises for maximum effect. This was just released, I think, yesterday or something. So now, of course, for the 10th anniversary, a bunch of the English voice actors were asked to come in to do like a cooking thing. So I saw a tiny clip of it on YouTube, not YouTube, on Twitter. This is the full video. So it's a little long, but I think it'll be entertaining. So let's check it out. We can talk during it.
They go well.
Oh no, this is horrendous.
How are you meant to make fangs out of that?
Oh my god.
Oh no.
So far, so good, everyone.
Oh, it's not gonna have a mouth.
That's a cactuar?
How?
Oh my god.
We
Let's turn it down a little
have been
bit.
told that we are going to watch a video and that we are only allowed to watch it.
All right, so Estinian. I've never actually seen Estinian's voice actor in person. What the fuck? I've seen Thancred's voice actor because he's on Cameo. Because he does, a lot of people like to buy, cameos. So it's basically Thancred talking to you. And I've seen Alizé's voice actors. I haven't seen Alphino's. He's a young guy. It looks like he's actually only in his 20s. Everybody else looks like they're at least like 30. That's kind of funny.
Once.
Hello, I am Kim Joy, and today I am very excited because I'm going to do a Final Fantasy XIV themed cake for their 8th birthday.
See, that one looks cute.
I'm already in trouble.
This is chaos. I've got my bread chocobos, my cactuars all fully decorated, and I've got my Spriggan looking cute. Ta-da! Right, 1, 2, 3, and that is it. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, good. I couldn't make that. What the fuck?
Love to enjoy.
Do you remember when you said one of us would ask if we could watch it again?
Oh, do you know who that is?
Now, please. And we've decided, myself and Estinian, decided that we should go first because we're pretty competent on this. Looks like a piece of cake. Yeah.
Oh god.
How you getting
Those
on?
are detailed
Sort of
too.
made mine break up.
I'm over flowering.
And then
Use the thing.
bang.
This is not my forte, guys.
Right, give me this.
Oh, right. Like that kind of thing.
Just hold that. So he's like,
Why is he using him as a model for?
goodness, this isn't gonna go well.
I hope they don't accidentally make some like
Like this.
swastika cactuars.
And one like this.
Okay.
Yeah? Right.
Oh, but then what did the bottoms look like?
Have they got the shoes on?
No.
Cactus.
Just cactus.
It's kind of a lolly ho, isn't it?
Your legs.
I mean, badly. Look at that. What do you mean?
A kawaii aesthetic.
Right. Here we go. Ah, it's too much time.
So they don't have any like.
Oh God, his legs fall.
They don't get a cookie cutter for the cactuar, I guess.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8.
What? You've done
What?
8?
Yeah.
You're joking.
Well, yeah.
Ah,
That's how it's done.
Give me a flower 5. Yeah.
Jesus, that's a nice kitchen though.
done.
Just flower your fingers.
Chocobo bread.
Yeah. Weightlifting.
So we've got a body, head, 2 wings, and a beak. So there's 5 different parts.
Oh no.
Does it need wings?
There's too many components to this.
Oh no, this is horrendous.
Oh no. Let's make some beaks. I'm gonna get on Beak Juicy.
Make some beaks.
Let's beak it up.
Here we go. Oh, this stuff's quite strong though, isn't it? So you have to be...
In it.
This is horrendous.
I don't think chocobos have blood red beaks, are they?
For the beak.
Did you see how much red he put on that?
This, I do remember her doing this. Do you?
Should you have done that last?
Well, yeah. I'm counting on you.
Before you handle the rest.
Don't you worry about that. I've got a very special plan.
Yeah.
That this was part of, and
Beak performance.
it's really sticky. Hang on.
Oh no! What the fuck is he
Going
doing?
good so far.
I feel like you're gonna have some orange chocobos.
So
in a
far,
minute.
so good, everyone. High five.
I'm alright.
Like dyed his
I've
hands.
gone for like floppy wings.
That wasn't the intention.
Floppy wings.
They're deflated.
Mine has gone to sleep. Which is the front?
Hang on.
Oh my god. Oh no! That looks like they murdered one.
3,
2,
1.
Spriggan.
Spriggan!
Or
What
key.
is a spriggan?
So I think it looked a
smushing.
bit like a rabbit.
It's sort of demon
It is.
rabbit.
Yeah,
Demon
demon
devil.
rabbit.
Yeah.
To
Chopped
show
a
them
bit.
the face that you did earlier, Spriggan face. So
one.
that's what we got.
Yeah, they all look dead.
Yes, like that, like a little Chad thing. That's what it was like.
Chad thing?
Okay.
That is exactly what it was like.
2 minutes.
Oh my gosh, this is stressful.
Okay, so I'm gonna make it like a circle.
Is it just fondant? What is that?
Teeth on. Okay, teeth. Hang on.
I bet the other team were awful at this.
So I'm so pleased with how that first mouth's come out.
Where's your mouth? Oh my god.
Little triangles.
What sort of teeth are you going for?
Fangs.
How are you meant to make fangs out of
Just
that?
little triangles.
Oh, model. Yeah.
Yes,
oh no. That looks.
Your ears are better than mine.
Your teeth are really good.
I don't know about that.
How do I look
Oh my god.
So what, 1,
Demonic.
2, 3. Ooh.
Go. Okay. Oh, wow.
Jesus. Oh, because they're bread. They expanded.
Turned into ghost people there, look. Look at that.
Oh, they're alright.
Look at this lot. It's like, it's like the sort of beginning of a hospital drama.
Final Fantasy CSI.
It really is.
He hasn't got a
Okay,
face.
right, let's go. We need to decorate.
Are we in a rush?
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. I really wish that I paid more attention to the video.
Well, they only got to see the video like once.
Is yours going as well
To
as
be
mine?
fair, that's kind of hard. I think it said chocobo bread, and they look like it blew up.
Why is it so thick?
Because you cut off you went quite far up.
I asked you, I said, where? Right, here we go.
Oh no, no,
These are much.
it's coming out the other side.
Oh, it's coming, oh no. It's coming out the back.
What?
It's coming out the back.
Give me some sprinkles.
Get the sprinkles.
Da, 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 da. Start the countdown music. Right.
Oh god, I'm shaking.
Are you?
God. Okay, come on.
I mean, they had to know that there's no way these guys would like make it look anything like the sample.
Does anyone know?
There's the frilly bit.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Looks like somebody like took a hammer to the faces of the
genuinely quite pleased with
chocobos.
I'm not pleased with this. This is a disappointment.
You just had a bad day.
Oh my god. It's so fucking funny. Yeah, it's like a celebrity bake. Look what it's supposed to look like.
Okay, so I think.
Oh, they had to make a Moogle head?
2, 1, go.
Oh shit. At least they don't.
Right, well,
Okay.
this is gonna
At
be
least they don't have to make the cake as well, because who knows how that would go.
I don't know.
There's a few professionals in here watching who, admittedly, they're like, the expression
Oh
on their
no,
faces
he's already fucking this up with the frosting.
Yeah?
Biscuits at the cake.
Sure you
Base
are.
layer.
You're chucking
gonna
sandy
put
biscuits. I am rolling out the fondant for my Moogle head.
Okay.
Whoop. Try not to rip it.
How's that dome working out? It's pretty round, isn't it?
Oh my god. It's getting there.
I think it's too round. Maybe it's too round.
I don't want us to run out of cream, okay?
We're not going to run out of cream. Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Can I have a little bit?
Yeah. I mean, you don't need much just to kind of stick it on, basically.
Okay.
It needs a bit of buttercream to hold it.
Oh, it does now, does it?
Yeah, that's all I can spare, really. For now. You mould.
Right.
Oh my god.
We're getting there. This
Okay.
is going
I
terrible.
don't know if I'd want to
Just
even
do
try
this.
to eat
Keep
these
going.
things.
Brilliant.
Thanks. It must be
Okay.
better than theirs, surely.
Let's sky this up. Hang on. Ooh, that was a
So not too, but we want to go crazy. Oh, that's too much. I think that's too much blue.
Can we pause?
Huh?
What's this for?
Hang on.
What
hang on.
happened to you?
I need help.
Well,
I'm stressed.
okay, what do you need?
Thancred just like constantly gets
Okay.
the dyes wrong. That's super
Oh, God,
blue.
no, that was wrong.
It's not entirely terrible.
It's supposed to be like the sky with clouds, I think.
Look at that.
Commit to it. Go.
Going.
Yes. Beautiful.
Kind of.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Beach. Azure sky.
I think that's all right.
Right.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah, that's it, that's it, that's it.
That's kind of.
Cat. Isn't it? It's clown cat. Just chop a bit off. Oh, that's the bit for its hat.
I just don't know what this hat is.
It's not bad.
Not bad. It's not bad. Actually,
Oh my God.
ears. Ears. It had ears. Right.
Did it have ears?
I think it had.
Oh,
ears.
yes,
Right.
yes.
Hang on, we need to score and
Score
wet it
and
a
wet.
little
Well,
bit.
remember in Shadowbringers, Alice makes that terrible like Angelo out of clay. This is reminding me of that now.
Well, that is big, admittedly. Look how surprised it looks, though.
Why does it have hair?
Sad.
I think we're done.
Oh,
Oh my God.
yeah.
They gave it like little blonde hair.
Oh my God! Wow!
That's really good.
That's amazing.
This is like a nightmare.
Bad.
Oh, I tell you what. Do you not notice that? Look at these two.
What are these?
Oh. Oh, Jesus. Oh my God.
Like you said, the best parts of each of them together, you'd probably.
Okay, I have to say, look at what this. Oh shit! Actually, this is perfect. What I just paused on. These are Spriggans. This looks like almost blackface. Look at the. So the red is supposed to be inside the mouth. This guy did it as the fucking like its lips for. Oh God, it's awful. And these ones are just nightmare ones because they made huge teeth on this side. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then some.
Oh my God. Look at, wait. What was that? The Spriggans are like the worst. Look at what the, these ones look like they just finished murdering something because like all the pieces of white and red are all over them. Oh my God.
I'd pick that one over the.
Yeah, nailed it. Yeah.
It's got
Oh
proper
my
character
God.
about it. Yeah.
Sure.
Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget, you'll soon be able to play the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV online with an expanded free trial, which you can play through the entirety of A Realm Reborn, Heavensward, and the Stormblood expansions.
She's doing
up
the
to level
meme!
70 for free, with no restrictions on playtime.
Oh my God. Alize actually just said the Final Fantasy meme. I'm sure somebody recorded that.
It's up to level 70 for free.
Oh, that's fucking amazing. Those cakes. What the hell happened at the base layer? Did they the frosting? So like obviously at least the blue middle layer is like colored, but the bottom one looks like dirt. It doesn't even look like. Oh my God. I thought this was baking, not pasta. Well, like what the fuck? I don't know. Okay, so what is the worst part about it? Is it probably the chocobos? Because they really look like somebody bashed them with a hammer. Like this one looks like it's wincing, that it got smacked in the face with something and it's just bleeding. This one on the side here, that's almost falling apart. Oh God. The cactuars just look like, I don't know. I would say, relatively speaking, maybe they're the least bad. And this like Moogle going like, oh no. At the top. Yeah, they kind of look like, I don't know if it's ants or what. Like, why do they have speckles? What about them? Oh, like they're supposed to be like needles? But they don't try to make them look like a needle. They're just dots. Oh my God. Like they didn't have sprinkles maybe to use for like the needles? I guess not. So fucking funny. That's pretty crazy. Delicashing cactars on the left. Delicashing? They look resigned to their fate, but they're still sad about it. This guy has like a weird long smile almost, which is funny. But yeah, that's great. So they just did that. I wonder if they're going to do... There's still some more celebration stuff, I think, throughout the week. So I'm hoping to see more fun like videos like this. Let's see what these other ones are here. So these are... these two videos are 14 cutscenes without context. So we can all enjoy how, over the years... It can be a serious or depressing or angsty or exciting game, but it also can be a very surprisingly silly game. Forest with Gosetsu. Oh, his fucking creepy face. I know that later on we're supposed to realize that these guys were not actually bad guys, but this guy has like almost a lecherous, creepy fucking face. Look at that. He looks like a fucking murderer. Psychopath. Oh. So then I started blasting. Oh, Urianger. This is too extra. I remember this pose. Is that supposed to be badass or what?
Let us see.
Oh.
I want you all to die.
Get back here!
What quest was this? Oh, the Costa del Sol quest.
Yes, let's get back to being heavily outnumbered.
Oh,
It
God,
would
the
seem
old
he
voice
has
acting.
done it again.
Oh, I remember this.
Oh,
The bitch slap. Oh, they didn't show where he got his back broken from the hug.
we do not agree, my lord.
What's that pose?
We seem to be missing a corpse.
What I desire of you isn't succor, it is satisfaction.
If all else fails, I've always found cannonballs quite effective.
Oh, speaking of which.
$10,000 such causing could not satisfy me half so well as a single dollar.
These really are weird out of context.
I know a thing or two about managing unruly younglings. If you ever need advice, don't hesitate to ask.
What? Oh, this.
Look at you, grinning at nothing like a pollen-drunk pixie.
That's enough of a beating for now.
Because I want wretched creatures who ask such meaningless questions to die.
Oh, he revealed his hotness to the world.
I beg your pardon? What? Now,
Oh,
wait,
I love
just a-
Amric.
Here we go again.
Wasn't everyone just calling it Father's teeny tiny toy boat?
And there you have it. Our friend is too stubborn to die.
Where, oh, where is this stars blasted pudding?
Waste not.
Oh my! Daddy is pleased his grumpy little boy has finally found his playmate.
If I said yes, would it persuade you to treat me like an adult?
I do not consider you to be truly alive, ergo, I will not be guilty of murder if I kill you.
Seems I haven't seen the last of that moldy old hole after all.
No one alive loves him more than I!
Mad Snake! Mad Snake!
Add a leggy.
I know where this is going.
Oh.
Take off your clothes.
Oh, God. Of course.
If you brought your ivory standard, I'll be happy to tell you where to stick it.
I remember that was a meme with Urianger just saying come, and then everybody going like, oh!
And there remain so many mysteries here that want for solving.
Does the pursuit of prey you have bested before excite you?
What the fuck? Oh, is this the Beast Tribe quest? Oh my god. I don't know if I ever did this. What the hell is happening in this one? Like, becoming what the hell? Becoming like a Super Saiyan at the end. Oh, I remember this. We just did this recently. Oh, the Ninja Quest. The Ninja Quest. I forgot about that guy. He's such a goober. Wait, did he punch him more than once?
Yes, of course. Right, off I go.
Well said, Elder. In great crises is great profit to be had.
Oh, bugger.
Such like an anime thing to do. What?
I am not too proud to admit that I have followed your activities with an interest bordering on fascination.
Yes, I'm no artist. Very funny.
Oh, this is the this is the thing I was thinking of when they were making the cakes. She can't sculpt for shit. So it's like, hey, it's pretty accurate to the actors when they're making those cakes.
Yes, I'm no artist. Very funny.
Oh,
little
classic. Oh, they don't have the rest of this gag? Oh.
What are they saying? Curse these ears and her barrel!
Ere thou goest, another matter requireth thine attention. A young maiden, full eager to...
What?
Wherefore inquirest thou of her fairness?
Come. No, I don't want to.
Oh, man, Asahi was such a little bitch.
Will you do this thing for me?
Hmm?
That will seem a lot less amusing when we are forced to kill them. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, this is from so long ago. This is like the most cartoon shit ever. They run because they drop the bombs, and you're like, huh? And then you look, and then your own people are like, bye. Just leave your ass behind. Oh, anime showdown.
And what exciting crimes would you have us commit? Speaking for my fellow villains, I'd say we're capable of most things.
That jump was so ridiculous at the time. I mean, it's still silly to look at. And then you...
Yours if you think you can do any better. Never have I felt such bliss in defeat. None save thee can satisfy this need.
Oh, murder that little guy.
May I ask a personal question?
Do you reckon you could squeeze in there, Wedge?
Like squeak. Oh. Oh no. Oh god. Oh no! Oh my god. Did I do the Namazu quests? Oh my god, he got cooked.
Water, water, froth and foam!
Ready your arms. I fear she's been possessed.
Oh, sisters have mercy. The smell alone is...
Oh, the spicy curry.
That should be the end of it. Thank you, Kryl.
I have one last idea, if you will allow. I'm afraid it's not very good as ideas go. It's exceedingly reckless, in fact, and you may well come to despise me for ever having suggested it.
The beast seemed peckish, so I gave it a taste of my axe.
He swells and he comes.
Okay.
Then let's be off.
What?
All
Wait.
right. Step aside, Sid.
What's that? Did he actually just like slur it?
Comes. Then let's be off.
Oh, then let's
All
be
right.
off.
Step aside, Sid. Is this the thing I need to press?
I passed harder stools than these piles of scrap.
I have more than words for you, my lady.
Ah, I remember that line thinking that sounded weird. I mean, he gave her a sword, but before you see that, it's like, what?
Well, well, it's you again.
More? I want to see more of him! Yes! Yes! I could watch him forever!
It doesn't even say anything. No line whatsoever.
Well, I shall leave you to your own devices. Go forth and bloody the land with your grand and glorious war.
Unless you plan on pummeling them all, I'm not sure that will greatly aid our cause.
Oh, the spicy curry.
It burns! It burns!
Whatever you choose to do, make sure it's worth watching.
Wait, what? The laughing man? Wait, from which one? The, shit. Oh, Asahi? Well, it's not Asahi, it's Fandaniel. This one. Wow. He was so fucking extra. I mean, that's what he was. Huh? Oh, right, this was the test.
Be sure to strip this one's teeth from him upon your return.
It's funny that I have to try to remember what the actual context
I could do
for
with a
some of these
little
were.
rampage myself.
What? Now wait just a...
Oh!
To think the day would come when I should see this living legend with my own eyes.
He's such a fanboy.
Would someone mind explaining what is going on?
Oh yeah, they all had gut distress after teleporting. Oh, see, that's a Spriggan. Aren't they cute when they're not on a cake?
And what, pray tell, is that?
catfish. Embrace for impact. Some big bazongas there.
Cease your shoving, or so help me.
Make a prayer.
Get on with it. And mark me, brute. There is no limit to how far you can fall.
And you, my friend, you are magnificent. Magnificent and, not a little terrifying.
Tis the quickest way, and you may rest assured I've been practicing.
I've always had a soft spot.
I know Graha's not necessarily everybody's tastes, but he does amuse the shit out of me. He's such a fanboy. Like this shit here, what was it? When he's getting all excited because he wants to go on an adventure with a Warrior of Light. It's like, it's funny to me. I can see how other people maybe don't like how extra he is about his fanboy-ishness, but I find it very funny.
Now don't be shy. I'm more than ready for another round.
Tell me, did the Allagans make a habit of launching things into the sky?
But then a scary, bony, wrinkly old mortal came along and spoiled everything.
Oh, I forgot. Oh, this was just this last patch. Yeah, that's
Keep
what I would
that
look
up and I'll
at.
send you to bed without supper.
Master Matoya!
You must be quite familiar with Dragon Kid, yes?
But should the opportunity arise for a spot of ballroom dancing, I will be your twinkle-toed gentleman of light.
The Manolane. Oh. Man, the warrior questline is something else.
You and I will speak later.
I could swap them out. No, been there, done that. Damn near lost my eyebrows.
Oh, they didn't show the part where she like woke up and then was surprised to
My
find them
ability
staring at
to
her.
affect an air of normalcy through artful disguise is much improved, I must concede.
Heavens. Heavens. Take me.
Man, fairies are no
Your
joke.
followers await your divine judgment.
Sometimes I miss the restrained wryness of the art. Yeah, like the X art really was like another character. I mean, yes, technically Graha, but like a different Graha, right? And a different time of his life. So
What did you do?
it's funny how differently he can behave. Alize is me.
You're alone. Good.
Shall we disrobe as well?
Did you find fulfillment?
What? Why are you looking at me like that?
They seem to be enjoying themselves.
You never know until you try, and I'm always happy to experiment.
The heart of an adventurer cannot be denied.
If Alphino asks, I was never here.
I got so excited when he went into the room, but then he just went out the window. I was like, he's gonna stay over?
Did you say something?
No.
Satisfied? Completely.
Oh. It must be weird being a bunny character and then looking at these tiny bunnies. What was that? Was that Genbu?
Something. You don't think it's a ghost, do you?
Do not
Oh, fuck you. Just had to stick
But of course
that in.
I'm back. You didn't see.
Oh. Oh, is this the one where he dies? Oh, Jesus. I mean, he doesn't die, but it looks like he dies.
Oh dear.
You loved him too much.
See that you don't make a habit of dozing off in battle.
Sounds like the sorry whinging of a sore loser.
We spent altogether too much time fleeing fiends horrid and numerous.
The important thing is to die where others won't devour you.
Amazing! My peers who study immortality and resurrection would be most interested in this phenomenon.
The silent acknowledgement. Giving this guy some grief again. What? Oh, because they're paid dancers.
Needing help to reach the high shelves. I see myself being of little use.
What the hell? What the fuck? Wait, what is that from? What? Oh.
Oh, what a fine morning. Oh, still a bit stiff though.
Hmm? Oh, God.
There's not much chance of me living the quiet life with you around, is there?
It appears we've made enough noise to be heard for miles around. If you all insist.
Oh, this is the best part.
Sadu.
Oh, what? You didn't play the thing right after. Oh. Oh, he's scared of. Oh, God. This part.
Engage! Engage!
Feeling
I
left
loved
out?
him.
I could put in a good word for you, if you like.
What? Oh, that's funny. There's so many years of 14. It's like some of those I don't think I've seen still. Like that one with that little Lalafell headbutting the guy, or like using himself as a little missile into the dude. Was that maybe like that wasn't a paladin quest? I would have remembered that. I'm not even sure what the hell that was from. Maybe one of the crafting quests? Because it's in Ul'dah, or it looked like it was in Ul'dah. Anyway, it's so funny. Let's see. I also had... What did I do with the thingy? But where was the "You've grown more rugged alpha no, it suits you"? Yeah, so that second video that person had was interesting in that, like, it just got more random towards the end. The first video and then the first half of the second video, at least, was a little bit more complete, so that it would be funny that things were out of context, but it wouldn't just be like, here's a line. But that last chunk was like kind of like, I don't know if they're necessarily funny. It's just like, oh, that's an abrupt line that didn't get any closure. So let's see. God, what time is it? Already 10? So one other thing, again, this is like a short stream tonight just for the Rising stuff, but one other thing that I thought would be appropriate is I found a folder with all my old like 1.0 videos. Like I only captured a few things, but considering the event and the connection to the past, especially that since we got, this is actually more perfect now that I realize we got that Phoenix mount. I thought we could watch the original intros to the game from 1.0, the 3 different city intros, and how they would lead into the story back then, before it became Realm Reborn. So I'll play these, and then we'll like chat about them while they're playing, because some of it is just like it doesn't even all have dialogue in some of these cases. So let's see. I think this was the first one. Get this loaded up. So I came from Ul'dah, but I ended up getting cutscenes for other segments as well. So much like Realm Reborn 2.0, you could start in either Ul'dah, Limsa Lominsa, or I was going to say Windurst. My brain is still thinking about 11, or Gridania. So this might be, wait, is this Limsa? This is actually the Limsa intro. So what freaked me out so much is the very beginning of Endwalker, they do a direct reference to the 1.0 intro. So if anybody's watching that played Endwalker, you'll see it immediately. So you hear the music, the same echoey music in the background. So the Endwalker thing when they get on the boat is almost shot for shot the same. Obviously some of the characters are different because the NPCs, you know, this is from years prior. Actually, this guy in particular, this Elzen right there, ends up being important in the 1.0 story. So this is how they introduce you to your character, because you're one of the many people like trying to rest before the boat leaves.
Feel. Think.
One other funny thing to note is, back in 1.0, all the Duskwhite Elezen were really just almost similar to, I think it's like Drow, right, in D&D. They had mostly just gray tones to the skin tones. Like my character in, 2.0 onwards is a Duskwhite Elezen, but he's got a more tan texture or a complexion. They didn't have tan back then. Hey, Omniverse. This is 1.0 of Final Fantasy, the Limsa Lominsa intro. I can't remember. Did you say you played 14? If not, this is probably this is way out of context. But this was the Limsa Lominsa intro where you're on the boat, and then what would happen after this is that it would fade to black. I don't have this because this was in the inn when I was watching the cutscene. And then it would fade in on the boat, and you'd have a little bit of interactivity on the boat where you could like talk to the NPCs and stuff. But at a certain point, you would then move on to the next part of the intro, which is this one. To it in my that's also what the old inn used to look like. It's like you finish talking to everybody. Oh shit, I forgot this has text to the seas tonight will be rougher and tussle with the, what the hell? They were heavy in on the pirate speak in 1.0. The seas tonight be rougher in a tussle with a 10-gil oar, and angrier and when she finds out you left the last of your coin on the bar. Don't like reading that. It's funny too, because like one thing I noticed when I was rewatching some of these is the pacing for 1.0 cutscenes are much slower. They maybe let things breathe a little too much. Let's see. So finally, after you talk with everybody, you go upstairs. But now it's like creepy. Like, are you in a dream? Like, what is this? You'll also notice, though, that the mocap and stuff they picked for the animations was... Oh, Jesus, why is that so loud? It was actually, like, a better quality. Like, it's a more fluid-looking animation. It's Y'shtola, a long time ago.
All hands to fore deck!
Her voice was too soft in 1.0.
Hold much longer!
And I think there was like combat at this part. Oh.
Mind the stations, men! Stow the damn goblins!
I can't remember if that's supposed to be a Leviathan? Oh! Hey, Lost and Found! Thank you for the sub. Thank you for the resub.
Useful scrag.
Okay, so after this, not in the inn, but like after this, you'd fight those little goopy jellyfish and stuff on the top of the boat. Yeah, so like one thing I noticed from rewatching the 1.0 cutscenes is that there was like a higher general level of quality with like the camera angles, the kind of mocap that was used. So like, you know, they did what they had to do to make the MMO more functional, you know, for Realm Reborn, but it kind of came at the cost of some like the more detailed characters, smoother animations, like even like battle animations and stuff. Which, everything was like completely reworked, basically. Same issues that led to the 1,000 poly. Yeah, like that fucking flower pot in the background. The joke, and it wasn't really a joke, but the meme, I guess, basically was that a flower pot might have as many polygons as like a person, and it's like that was a mistake. And you'd have to have like a really good computer at the time to like get decent frame rates and stuff, basically. But in terms of production value for these cutscenes, these cinematics, they would look better, and they were voiced more often than not. Like that guy was voiced and stuff, for example. So that was the Limsa like battle. So you'd fight on top of that ship, and then after that fight was done,
They're running away! Now they're coming back!
it's the first time she ever used that move.
What's going on?
Never seen anything like
Brace yourself!
So believe.
Maybe that wasn't Leviathan, or like that was like an early version, because that doesn't look like what we ended up getting. If silly jellyfish cutscenes can be voiced, the raids can. Yeah, I hope for this last or whatever the next raid series is, they'll actually voice them. Although it was funny getting Elidibus voiced at like the very end of this last one. So interesting thing to note: way back in fucking 1.0, where is it on here? The Star Shower. The other intros, I guess we'll see it in a second, but I think Ulda's intro might have had this. I can't remember if Gridania's does. It might not. But way back in 1.0, they were already showing that the Star Shower was the symbol that triggered the adventurer getting the echo. And even more, here's the thing that confuses things even more. Unless I'm misremembering it, these intro scenes to each of the 3 cities are not apparently even happening in the present time. I think supposedly they're happening in the past, or at least the Ul'dah one definitely is happening in the past, because they had this really weird thing with the Echo in 1.0 where we know from 2.0 onwards that the Echo helps our player just understand what was happening in the past, but you're not really in the past, right? You're experiencing the memories of the person that you're getting affected by the Echo with. And also, one lesser thing that's known is apparently when you're getting those memories, you're also getting the feelings of that person. So it helps the Warrior of Light empathize with that person more, because say they have a memory of them being wronged, like Fordola or what's her face from Stormblood, like getting those memories when they were traumatized, the Warrior of Light feels some of that empathy, and so it helps them relate to the character more. So it's like, oh, that's an interesting little detail. Yeah, the Echo also helps with the DPS. Yeah, of course. But back in 1.0, they really fucked with the Echo, where it wasn't just that you got a memory, you could actually re-inhabit that past memory. So that sometimes the characters in that memory acknowledge that you were in it, which is confusing as shit. This is like, does that mean you can actually change the past, or you have this little pocket of the past where you can actually interact with, like, Thancred or Y'shtola in this particular case, or whatever, which makes it made things really confusing, honestly. And I think only maybe towards the end they actually added the you know how, like, in 2.0 onwards, when you were in an Echo, you get the sepia toned color, so you kind of know that you're in an Echo. You didn't always get that different color tone in 1.0. So sometimes you'd be like, what? Was that an Echo that I just experienced, or was that fucking real time? Yeah, I don't know if it was a body leap, like a quantum leap, or something. You wouldn't actually change the past, but you essentially would inhabit that memory as if you were a person there, which is an interesting concept, but very confusing, apparently, for the player, right? Which is no surprise why they changed, or they quietly removed that aspect of the Echo going into Realm Reborn. Just thought that was an interesting tidbit that not everybody realizes, especially if you never played 1.0. So, shit, what did I just look at? So Leviathan jumps in, and then after that's all done, yeah, the flashbacks make more sense narratively. It is too visually confusing being part of the memory.
A sight for me sore eyes.
Yeah, and then after that, you would get into Limsa Lominsa. So, for example, this one was confusing because you also enter Limsa Lominsa. So, what about that was the Echo? Was it just from the time of the star shower into all this random shit here? Did you dream this, or was this actually an event? That was the problem with the Echo. Somebody might end up coming back to me and saying, no, for the Limsa intro, that's all in the present time, it's not an Echo. But the Ul'dah one is an Echo. So it's like, which one's which? What the fuck? Because the other thing that was a kicker was, so here's the kicker about 1.0. You think you know the Scions because you bump into them early on. But apparently you don't, because it was the Echo memory where you're interacting with them in a memory. So when you meet them for real, it's confusing as shit because they act like they don't know you. Which to the player, you're like, what? But I just interacted with you a couple quests ago. You interacted in the past, in a memory, in an Echo. It's like, what? So again, not a big surprise that they changed this aspect moving forward. Reminds me of the Izu messages in Assassin's Creed. Yeah. They're being heard by the assassin in the past, but they're intended for the person reliving those memories in the future. Yes. Or was that Assassin's Creed 2, right? Because they had the crazy mindfuck plot twist where it's like Desmond or whatever had that person actually speaking directly to him through a memory, and I was like, whoa, my mind just went explode. Yeah, so that's the Limsa one. And that one is debatable. Maybe it was in the present, maybe it wasn't. Let's see. And then here is this the Ulda one? Yeah, Ulda. So similar concept in this one. You come in on a chocobo carrier, but like the difference is you're kind of towards the end of the ride, and they obviously expanded on this in 2.0 and had more of a, remember the twins are riding in the carriage with you and all that stuff.
Nothing like the feel of Alder's sand.
Except for Alder's wine in your belly.
I'll buy you anything you want.
You see they spared no expense with the unique animations in these intros, though. Everybody moves differently. There's not like any duplicated animations or anything. And so the star shower hits differently in this one.
Feel. Think.
And then remember, no one else sees this except for you. You're just hallucinating, basically. And so this, I didn't realize this for the longest time. This kid saying fireworks, that's super young Minfilia. And that's her dad. Minfilia was another one of those cases where, like, you know how some characters when they're a kid to when they're an adult look super different, and other ones they just seem to stay the same age? Like, she really hit puberty at some point and looks very different in her 20s. Or late teens, however old Minfilia is in the main game. Yeah, it's weird not seeing like the typical like, yeah, converse or like, was it elucidate?
Marvel of a city might you
Oh, there he goes. He was a schmoozer even back then, Thancred. Okay, so then you interact a little bit, and then you get the next section. Because they always let you like explore the new spot first before you would get into the next part of the cutscenes. It's Minfilia. Although she wasn't, yeah, she was called Asila before. His father, are the fireworks over already? What's next? What's next? That was just that little bit, and then goes into the main cutscene. And you'll remember this music. They use it for like the Moonfire Fair now.
I've never seen one that close. It's enormous. Let's see what happened if that one got loose.
Yeah, her hat. It's one of those like berets or something.
Come and get your flowers. Flowers for all. Enjoy the festivities.
What kept you?
So see, here's your clue. Here's your first clue, if in retrospect, that this is an echo. You're present. That's my Ellison. You're present in all these scenes, but for the most part, people don't really acknowledge you until something important happens. Yeah, I don't know. So there's a whole plot line of what they were doing with this Gubu, but I can't remember.
Make ready now.
So this dude here, right? This Ellison and the cat girl, who's actually Minfilia's foster or adoptive mom later on, Flamine, There was some kind of plan they were doing where I think they intended for the Gubu to get loose at some point. I'm trying to rack my brain as to what the original plot was. They had some ulterior motive for having this parade. They purposely wanted to cause chaos for some reason that I don't remember. But they didn't intend for the Gubu to go fucking mad with, like, fury. So, like, things quickly got out of control, as you'll see.
You got it, boss. Leave it to me. I won't let nothing go wrong.
That's Flamine Young.
Take it as a precaution.
Oh,
Let us
I
go.
think there was something about the flower that was actually enchanted to help them. That's why he makes a big deal about the flower. But you don't know any of this when you're playing this game for the first time.
For me? Really? Thank you. Pretty, aren't they? Now be a sweetling and make sure everybody gets one, all right? I will.
Also, by the way, Flamine and the Elizin were apparently a couple.
The famous songstress of Olda. So flowers do grow in the desert.
Yeah, that huge jump. Well, remember, they also had Hildebrand. Hildebrand existed in 1.0, and he had goofy adventures, but they weren't quite as goofy as they are now. But this is where it goes wrong. Oh, God.
Over here!
Why is it so loud? It's funny to see something that's usually not a problem being like a main boss. He just has one little dagger. Okay, God, that's loud. And then it would be a combat with him and the Elizin and you fighting a Gubu. Oh wait, what? Why did I play again? Oh, I played the wrong one. I think I realized that when I was recording this. There we go.
Damn thing seemed rather taken with me. Any idea why that might be?
It's like, fuck this, I'm getting out of here.
And now our guest requests an encore. Come on!
Let's go.
You all right, boss? What did I miss?
Are these people just minding their own business? Oh, God. That would be scary as hell. Yeah, the inflatable, wacky, whatever they're called. So I think that's supposed to be like the end of the vision or the echo. Like you before you realize like, oh, it's a vision. Now what's interesting is this scene with the Gubu at the end. I forgot which one it was. I think it's in Shadowbringers. They actually reference it because this is the point where Thancred always felt the most guilty about Minfilia. Because the concept is if he had been able to stop the Gubu, it wouldn't have crashed into this, which wouldn't have, as you could see in the upper corner here, it wouldn't have killed Minfilia's dad because he died essentially pushing her out of the way, out of the path of the Gubu, and set things, down the path that they were set. So it's like Minfilia didn't have a dad. Flamine felt guilty because it was her crew that brought the Gubu in the first place. So unbeknownst to Minfilia for several years, she adopted her out of guilt. There's actually a lot of meaty, interesting things about this whole event in 1.0. It's just that very little of it made the transition to 2.0. Some mysterious person who I don't think they ever even reveal properly either poisons or murders the Elysian guy because of what he knows, I think. And there is, it's in one of the crafting quests, maybe it's Goldsmith or something like that, or maybe Alchemist, because that makes the most sense. There is a little bit of closure with Flamine and the dead guy because in 2.0, because there's like one of those quests where she visits him in the there's that like grave tomb area of Ul'dah where they like store like dead bodies. I forget what the hell that's called. Not like a morgue or mortuary or whatever. And she's able to like say goodbye to his ghost and shit. So like that's in 2.0. But the funny thing is people that see that story out of the full context might be like, I don't get what's happening here. I get that she's sad that somebody died, but what is the significance, right? Alchemist? Yeah. Alchemist makes sense because it's related to, I think, some kind of, was it like a toxin that he was poisoned with? I can't remember. Surprised the backstory stuff would have been kept or reworked, especially with how important it is to Thancred's character. I think so. Yoshi P and the dev team have always made a point of saying it's not like 1.0 was deleted. It was kept in the world. It was the world was changed by the calamity, but it's not like 1.0 story didn't exist. So it does do them credit that they kept a lot of these plot lines intact. And tried to find ways of giving a little bit of backstory for them when they brought them up again in 2.0, but it's a little messy because it's not perfect. But one of the interesting things is it often makes people look up the connective events because a lot of people ended up being curious about like, well, who's this Elysian or what was the significance of what they did? It's funny just seeing all this happen after hearing so many oblique accounts scattered throughout the game. Oh, because his corpse. Yeah, so that's right. They investigate his corpse because this essentially happened like because the calamity happened and then there was a whole 5 years. So it would definitely be odd that this dude's corpse didn't decay for 5 years and they just kept it in the morgue that whole time, like just enclosed. But yeah, so that's Uldaz. What's funny is I think out of the three of them, Uldaz is probably the most important one because as I explained, there's so many returning plot points that somebody that might not have even been used Uldaz their starting city, they might not even realize like it's from there. So like if you had the Ul'dah intro, it kind of feels like the canon intro in some respects because as you saw in the Limsa intro, it's just a giant fish and some jellyfish that are on a boat on a really stormy night. It doesn't have any lasting significance, really. And I can't remember the Gridania one. We're going to look at it right now. But like that similarly, I think it's just Ida and Papalymo, and it's not really like super important narratively. It's just like crazy shit's happening in the forest. But that messiness can sometimes give the lore a nice bit of lived-in feel. That's true. And I think that might be part of the reason why they kept all that stuff. Because if you really deleted it and wiped it clean, you would lose a lot of that natively feeling like that natural lore that existed. And it just like what I'm doing now, it's kind of crazy to have people that actually say, well, back in 1. Like, sit down, young whippersnapper, and let me tell you what happened back in 1.0, with like all this lore that you almost have to pass down through word of mouth now because it doesn't exist anymore. The jellyfish swarm was Urianish's dad. So what is like, that swarm killed my father. That's why I had to be raised by Louis Soir. Let's hold on a second. Let me load up the other one. So Gridania's was the one I actually remember the least, but I still have it here. Justinian used... Oh, I actually have a Dragoon. I could show that after this. I have some of the Dragoon quest, which is another explanation in itself. There's a time when we were all finer miners. Well, there was going to be a dungeon under Ul'dah where one of the mining tunnels is. Funny that you mentioned mining, but I don't think it was ever finished in 1.0.
Here. Feel.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so even here there's a star shower. I submit that, like, I love Ishikawa's work. I think she did some amazing connections between 1.0 stuff, like in Shadowbringers, and the current stuff. But star showers, as you can see here, were a long, long time ago. I have a feeling that the purpose of the star showers and Heidelin saying hear, feel, think was probably going to be different. I highly doubt that they so perfectly mapped out all the stuff they ended up paying off in Shadowbringers and Endwalker. Like, there's no way it would have gone down the same way. I think they did some very intelligent, clever writing, connecting dots that still look very feasible. But I feel like, because the tone of 1.0 was so different, I feel like they were going somewhere different with the whole Star Shower, like, Chosen One thing. It's like how especially with their original plan for Ascians being evil. Yeah, Ascians weren't as nuanced as they ended up becoming. They were just like bad guy of the day. It is nice hearing some similar music, though. Like, a lot of the music did make the cut, but there's some tracks that didn't. But this is at least one of them. I can't remember what this was. These guys did like a crash landing, which is why you find them here. But I can't remember what they fell from. And then, of course, what would happen normally in the gameplay is you could actually interact and talk with them at this point. No fall damage. It just it just knocks them out for a minute. Yeah, and then this is the actual cutscene.
Oh, my head.
Where are we?
Oh god, I forgot his old voice.
What
hate this voice.
It's obvious, isn't it? The quiet, the calm, the beautiful flowers. There's only one place it could be. The great beyond. I do believe we're dead, Papalina.
Oh, Roger, take you and your great beyond.
See, look, here's a psychopath come to guide us along. Granddad, is that you?
And what would that make them? Your dearly departed childhood pets come to play fetch.
God, what is that voice?
Is it so? Oh.
Save your James, or it'll be our lives they're fetching.
Over my dead body. Fetch some of this.
Oh god, too much camera spin. So you fight that stuff. So every intro would have a little bit of combat at the start. Just to get you warmed up.
Hit them harder!
Something's wrong. The air here feels so heavy. Ooh, 12 be good. Perhaps we should...
They seem a lot more threatening here. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, Goobos and Trance seem way more dangerous in 1.0. But remember, for the longest time, I think you could only hit like level 50. Like maybe 50 was the cap? Or was it even 50?
Thy wrath, and betake thee once more to thy vigil. The wood's fury is quelled. All is safe.
Trying to look badass. Yeah, 50 was the cap? Yeah. So at the time, a treant would actually be a lot more dangerous, relatively speaking. One so puny could not have possibly broken the ledge, Kupo.
Who are you calling puny, you pot-bellied runt?
Where were these Muggles when Warburton was getting spun?
Forgive us. 'Tis not off those.
I feel like Muggles are very capricious. They don't always help.
The elementals foretold your coming, and that the fate of this forest would rest with you. Come, we shall see you safely to Gridania.
I knew today wouldn't be all bad.
So maybe it's...
We only nearly died.
It does feel like... It feels like Gridania and Limsa Lominsa intros... Oh. Might actually be in the present time. But Ul'dah is definitely an echo. Because Minfilia is so young. Yeah, that armor. You mean Ida's armor? Where she wears a shirt and then armor legs. Yeah. Is that it for this one? Oh, this is actually when you get in. Oh, the Forest Lancers? Yeah, their spears always looked so shitty to me. You know what? That's a good point. There's not really canonically, wasn't there really supposed to be Rogadin? So he was kind of like a random one there. Okay, so it looks like well, that's the yeah. I don't know when they added the whole. Well, you know what? That was a 1.0 thing about the Dusk White not getting along because Redania was racist towards him. But I guess they just kind of hide that fact, at least in this opening cutscene. So something that they mention in here that they've essentially they haven't deleted it from 2.0 onwards, but they don't mention it is the reason why this treant goes fucking insane is because the elementals before the calamity were way too fucking strong. And so everybody would have to make nice with the elementals, otherwise they would just call up I forgot what they're called. Is it Woodsin? Or is Woodsin what they called creatures that piss them off? Maybe it was Woodsin was so mistakenly sometimes a human or a non-forest entity would accidentally piss off the elementals, and they would essentially be marked by the elementals, and like either they would get turned into something that would work involuntarily for the elementals, or a treant or some kind of creature from the forest would just be created to like kill whoever pissed off the elementals. They were extremely dangerous in 1.0. So this kind of nonsense that would happen would unfortunately be kind of commonplace. So Gridania was always worrying about trying to appease the elementals, which if you play Endwalker and you do the, was it the tank role quest with the Gridania stuff, they kind of tap into that a little bit, where even in the present time, Kane Senna is so worried about making sure the elementals are like happy and stuff, almost to the detriment of her own people, which is annoying. But after the calamity, they lost so much of their energy in protecting the forest that they are just a fraction of what they used to be, which is great, because fuck the elementals, honestly. They no longer can do the same crazy shit that they did in 1.0. They're not, it's not that they're not totally dangerous, but they don't have the same power level. That's why Duskwights and some Mikote experience. Right. Well, it's not even the so if it was anything that the elementals didn't like sometimes, that would also trigger their ire. So like the Duskwhite, and they haven't really fleshed this out properly. They kind of did in 1.0, and then 2.0 you have Palace of the Dead, but a lot of people don't realize the Gilmora connection. Duskwhite lived underground in a very multi-networked city, I guess you'd call it, called Gilmora, which was actually kind of advanced for the time. But the elementals didn't like that they lived underground, and so would kind of give him a lot of grief. Yeah, I really wish they would do more. Like, now that they have variant dungeons, I know they won't, but it's like, can you guys please make a variant dungeon that does deal with Gilmora so we'd actually get a little bit more Gilmoran lore? Because so much of it has been slowly wiped away as the expansions come out and as other, I guess, more interesting story and lore to people, like, kind of steps over the older lore. But that's kind of why there's that split between Wildwood Elezen and Duskwights, because Duskwights were like, fuck dealing with the elementals, we're going to do things on our own, and just, I guess we'll have to hide better, from the elementals. We'll distance ourselves so we don't interact with them as much. And then Mikote, certain clans of the Mikote are also kind of treated like shit, because similarly, I think they wanted to do their own thing. And basically in Gridania, if you don't kind of agree to do the Gridanian way of like appeasing the elementals, doing the things Gridanians want to do, then you're always treated like an outsider, and you're kind of treated like shit, which is sort of what made some Duskwights have to resort to becoming, you'll notice in the outskirts of like the Gridanian areas, you get poachers and like the enemies that you kill at low levels. A lot of them, unfortunately, are Duskwight, because it's like the ones that didn't stay in Gilmora or couldn't stay in Gilmora weren't allowed to live in Gridania. So what other life do they have but being poachers and these outside bandits and stuff? Because they have no other option. I kind of understand why they got stuck doing what they did, but it like sucks for them because they're just treated like these villain du jour when they don't really deserve it. Yeah, those fates. Didn't Heroes hide with the Duskwights during the war? They might have, yeah. So there was a period of time where Hears and Ellison all got along in Gelmora just fine, but it was around the time that that first dude, and I think they actually might talk about this in that Endwalker role quest, one of the first people kind of made peace with the Gelmorans and created the first Padjal. There's little kids with the horn dealies, that they finally started accepting some people to live in the Gridania area. So that's where the split occurred. But there's a lot of really interesting lore. Some of it frustrating. Toakant? Is that what it's called? Yeah, like some of the terminology and stuff I've slowly forgotten over time. I'm sure that there's got to be so many wikis that talk about this stuff. I think it was Toakant. Because it was a single dude that managed to kind of impress or like do something for the elementals that they really liked, and that was the first kind of bringing together of elemental and people to create this third party of people that would kind of be like the mediators for both parties. There's a lot of, as you can see, there's a lot of strife and a lot of conflict in the forest. It is not apparently visible. But I think the way this goes, this all feels like it's present day stuff, because then you get brought into, I keep wanting to say Windurst, you get brought into Gridania afterwards to meet with Kane Sena and all these people. But Ul'dah is the one that's the flashback, I believe. Windurst. And Wildwood only accepted heroes truly after Padjal became a thing. Yeah, once the Padjal thing happened, it kind of relieved tensions, because at least there was a way of properly communicating with elementals and kind of getting a better sense of like, how can we safely live in this forest without it constantly trying to kill us? So there's that. One other interesting thing to note, which is hopefully a good segue here, is while these lore story kind of narrative elements did make the cut more or less into 2.0, job quests were really messily handled, in my opinion. So let's see, is this the one? Oh no, wait, this is actually Gaius. Here, before I get into the job quest thing, I just want people to see how crazy Gaius was at the beginning. So we all know now that Gaius is a cool guy, and he's come a long way, and he's not a bad guy anymore. But even in 2.0, yeah, he's a husbando now, and a father figure, actually. But in 1.0, he was almost kind of like Darth Vader. And I think the clearest way of showing how Darth Vader-y he was to show the scene where he is the most Darth Vader. Oh, here's the other crazy bit. This person that we're with here, so in 1.0, because our character couldn't talk, which they still kind of can't, but at least they let us say things, you had a companion who would essentially say stuff for you. Like they were essentially kind of like you, but separated from you. And I guess it was one of those kind of things where it's like, you're a beginning adventurer, you have a companion, it helps you explore the world, whatever. But in this case, and you could pick from a couple different kinds of people for your companion. So that's another thing they dropped. But it's like nowadays you don't need a companion, you get other people in like trust dungeons and things. Yeah, remember how you acted before? Don't remind me. Oh, Blackbeard from One Piece? Really? That explains a lot. Oh, let me turn this up. So this is what you think it's one of your friends, although it really obviously isn't a person walking normally. There goes your friend. That's... I think this is Gaius for the first time.
Impressive.
Impressive.
As you wish.
They definitely reused that animation of Thancred's in 2.0. Yeah, just punch those bullets. Like, what is that? I can't hear you with that mask on. Oh my god. He does not fuck around. So it's like he calls up a flare and he's like, just deal with them. Anyone know what he's saying? I assume to something. Yeah. Well, it's weird. So like even back then, they've come a long way with, I mean, there is a sort of flow of dialogue in Final Fantasy XIV compared to other games. It's not quite Shakespearean, but it feels like it's from another time. But he also, like, the cloying stench of shadow lingers still. No one really talks like that. Like, what the fuck? Whatever. It feels like 1.0, they were still very heavy into, like, I want this to sound as bookish as possible, but unfortunately also as dry as possible. There was a lot of dialogue that I was like, this sounds terrible, or this is very boring to read. They've improved a lot over the years in that regard, I think. Yeah, but like Gaius' first appearance is pretty badass, admittedly. A huge, like an entire team of people can't slow him down, and then he just like nukes them from orbit, even though they don't die from it, obviously. But you know, he's come a long way. What was interesting was towards the end of 1.0, when they started bringing up the whole Dalamud thing, then he started getting a bit of nuance, because initially he was just like another one of the assholes that's, you know, the Garleans coming in to cause problems. But he's the one that starts realizing that Darnus, was it Nail Van Darnus, is a little off. Something's wrong with Nail. And that even at a certain point, he won't outright attack us, but he kind of leaves like these passive-aggressive remarks when you're looking for like clues to protect. So there's this whole quest, which they kind of reference in Endwalker when you're finding the different symbols, the Alliance raid in Endwalker, when you find the different symbols of the gods. Louis Soix tells you to go and find the 12 symbols, to like pray at each one, and that it will empower the land to be protected by those gods. Or that's what he hopes, at least, right? While you're on that quest, one of the places that you pray at, Gaius just happens to be there. And then he talks to you and says, like, I can't remember what it is. He doesn't attack you, but he's like, you know what's going to happen. You know Nail Darnus needs to go, whatever. Like, he almost kind of, like, helps you in a way with his dialogue, and then he just pieces out. So he had a bit of a development, and then, of course, the calamity happened, and then we don't see him again until Praetorium. Or no, not even Praetorium. We see him during Garuda, right? But even in Garuda, he's not really there. He's just there to say, like, hey, I'm still a threat, and then he leaves. But it almost feels like he's slightly reverted back in 2.0, because he was questioning things towards the end of 1.0. Then in 2.0, he's kind of back to like the big bad, and he doesn't really get to have more maturity until, you know, later on, after he's been knocked down a peg, when people think he's dead. You know, after he survives Praetorium. But he did have some good development along the way. So what I was going to say is one of the things that didn't work out well in 1.0 to 2.0 was the job quests. So for the main jobs that existed in 1.0, which is what, Dragoon, Warrior, Paladin, White Mage did change, but like a bunch of the other ones, a lot of the job quest from 1 to 50 is basically the same quest it was from 1.0, but very slightly tweaked. So like, I think I have this one here. Oh, I have the stuff from meeting Estinian for the first time. So this is kind of a trip, knowing how drastically different Estinian is now, right? We meet him almost the same way as we do in 2.0. So you're just minding your business. You're fighting some stuff initially. Then out of nowhere, says, what is this? That Ishgard would resort to sending coin-starved adventurers after me. I know not whether to laugh or feel insulted. Now notice, he's got fucking gray skin. He also has the eye on him, which detects your presence. So he's like, oh, you must be a dragoon too, right? Our paths shall cross again, depend on it. And he like pieces out. Whoop. And like, where does he go? He just flies away. But the funny thing is, that's pretty much the same. Yeah, I see you with my chest eye. I think I have. I was going to do a video where I actually showed both, like before and after, but I got lazy. But I'm pretty sure I still have the footage. See if I can find it here real quick. I think it's this. So obviously with the change in climate after 1.0's calamity, it's all ice now. Oh, this is still the same. Hold on, this is interesting. That Ishgard would resort to sending coin-starved adventures after me. I know not whether to laugh or feel insulted. So they had the same dialogue most of the time. And he even does the same thing. Oh, there's the eye again. It's just that they moved it to a different location, basically. Because remember, the other big mindfuck is that Coerthus in 1.0 was lush and green. It was green with plains and like no ice whatsoever. For some reason, the Calamity essentially turned it into the Ice Age over there. For some reason, I thought all throughout Heaven's Ward, I just assumed Estinian was a guy with a crew cut. Oh, but he never takes his helmet off, right? He still jumps into space. So it actually looks like they use the same animations. I think, yeah, because he's still doing this weird, like almost A-pose, T-pose thing for some reason, and then he pieces out. So I think because they didn't have a lot of time between 1.0 and 2.0, like, because they were working on essentially 2 full games concurrently, they ported over the vast majority of main jobs from 1.0 to 2.0. The thing that's annoying is they don't explain any of it lore-wise. It's almost like you just have to pretend this version of the event just, I guess, never happened in 1.0 or something. Or everybody's mind got wiped, so they experience the exact same event again 5 years later. They don't really explain it. So I just thought that was a really interesting thing to note. So Monk, Dragoon, Paladin, I guess Black Mage, like any of the starting like back in 2.0, whatever Realm Reborn launched with, those jobs were all ported over from 1.0. The difference is the White Mage jobs, because as any 2.0 person will notice, have you ever seen an elemental post 2.0? No, they don't show them anymore. An elemental in 1.0 though was shown a couple times. They look basically like those little, you know when you guys play Eureka, any of the Eureka zones, and sometimes you come across that little sprite that gives you like a, was it like an XP boost or like healing or something like that? That's the same like, that's the same model basically that the elementals used to be. And since they're called elementals, they're all like almost like candy coated. They were colored different colors for different elementals or different elements. For some reason, I don't know why, the developers didn't want to keep up that aspect of being able to like see elementals. So in the White Mage quest in 1.0, you could visibly see and interact with the elementals for your plot line. And I guess they didn't want to do that anymore. So that's why White Mage is one of the only starting jobs where the plot for your job quests is like different. It's been altered. Interesting. Just kind of unusual. I'm still to this day not sure why they changed it. Estinian does get hit on the head a lot. He does. It's also weird that I think I have another clip of like later in the quest where it's a little closer in on him. Because this is again Coerthus, nice and green. Don't know why it's so lush. So this fight here, so look at his face. His face is gray. So a lot of people like to think, although there's no, I guess, confirmation that he could have originally been a Duskwhite, because no Wildwood Elezen is able to have a gray complexion in 1.0, but he did. So either he's very sickly, or he was actually originally a Duskwhite. But obviously in 2.0 they changed that because he's no longer like super pale like that anymore. So I always thought that that was really interesting. Other interesting thing to note, that when you fight him towards the end of the thing, which this is still the same, this whole cutscene where it's like, you look like you have the spirit of the, where is this here? He calls upon Nidhogg, which, as we know, now it doesn't make any sense because he hates Nidhogg so much. Why the hell would he be asking for power from Nidhogg? When he's about to try to kill you with the power, you turn into like a manifestation of a dragoon and then kick his ass, right? That still happens in the Realm Reborn version. It's just not quite as cool looking. Yeah, he is he's such a sore loser that he actually wants the power of the thing that he hates most to help him defeat you. But one other funny little tidbit is that this area where the fight actually happens, near this bridge, after this cutscene here finishes, it wasn't a one-on-one. You used to have a full party against him, and he was hard. Because remember, like, this is a level 50 quest, and back in 1.0, level 50 was like the end level. So he was actually such a badass in 1.0. You had to fight him with like, what was the max party? Was it still 8 people in 1.0, or was it 6? You had to fight him with a max party. And it was still hard. So that's that not boggles my mind. That's amazing to me. That's such a big change. They made the job quest a lot more personal in 2.0, where it was always just you versus whatever the enemy for the job quest was. They never again did this whole like, you better get your buddies to help you do a dragoon quest that's just for you. You know, Cape Westwind is Istinian, but actually difficult. Yeah, like when Cape Westwind was new, I guess, would be maybe something comparable. Because people actually died a bit when Cape Westwind was like the level to play it at. But yeah, anyway, I thought that would all be fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed a lot of that lore dump. You know, it felt appropriate to do it because it is the Rising event. It is the 10th anniversary of 14, and I think it's always fun to like go over a lot of this stuff that gets kind of lost as the years progress. And for example, people that might have just picked up the game a few years ago, you definitely wouldn't have known about all this crazy shit that was happening in 1.0, which was like pre-2013, right? God, that feels like it's so long ago. It's crazy to me. It doesn't seem like that long ago, but hey, it's 10 years. So yeah. Close that up. Oop. Back to here. Yeah. So much has changed with this game. It's so funny looking at it now. Even like the character designs, we just looked at like how different everybody looked. It kept the general feel of the different races of characters, but like they're definitely more, not simplified, but more stylized now. Not in a negative way, just kind of a different way, right? The audio back on. Yeah. But I like this time of year because I get to reflect on like just how different the many different routes that the game has gone through in its development, just tonally and just narratively. As you guys were saying earlier, Ascians in 1.0, I mean, we didn't really know about that. Like, they were really super, like, hidden in 1.0. Occasionally they would appear, but they weren't like the like the Kingdom Hearts looking Ascians that they had like in 2.0. But even in 2.0, they seemed very like straightforward, you know, two-dimensional villains, and they didn't get fleshed out until much later. But I kind of wonder what the initial plot would have been had they stayed on the 1.0 route. They're just haters. Well, it almost felt like they were meant to be something else. They definitely seemed like they revisited and they retooled a lot of background lore when they changed the game. And 1.0 tonally felt like it was way more straightforward and almost more like traditional, if that makes sense, to like what you would expect from like a Final Fantasy story. Something about making a Realm Reborn definitely made them like reconsider kind of the narrative path they were going on. Now let's evil monologue in the Shadow meeting room. Yeah. And definitely Ascians weren't originally the same kind of ancients, because even the stuff they were talking about, their plans for what they were going to do with Zodiark and stuff, they kind of still don't match up properly with what they end up saying now that Zodiark was meant for. But over time, they've tried to gently massage the plot so that it kind of works with what things have changed. Like, if you go to rewatch a lot of the old 2.0 Ascian cutscenes, it kind of doesn't jive great with what we now know Ascians to be. But I forgive a lot of that stuff because, again, they had to rush to essentially make a playable, complete 2.0 in very little time. And so they probably knew that a lot of the scaffolding of narrative content that they made was not made to last. You know, like they had to update it past 2.0. Hey, remember the giant purple Zodiac, Chris? Right! No, that's exactly what I'm saying. They made it Zodiark seem like it really was just an entity, like an evil entity separate or parallel to Heidelin. Now, Ishikawa smartly used that concept and kind of evolved it a bit. But previously, it's not like the Ascians were doing something out of the good of their hearts to save their people or whatever with Zodiark. It just felt like, no, they wanted Zodiark to reign over humanity. You know, like they wanted to bring back Zodiark to conquer or something. Not to restore their friends or any of that kind of like supposedly noble aspiration. It's not really noble though. It's still kind of fucked up. Because they knew that they would kill existing life to bring their friends back. So that's still kind of evil. But yeah, Purple Crystal went where? Where did the Purple Crystal go? That they loved to show. The one that looked just like the Heidelin Crystal, but just purple. Imagine being ruled by a giant floating rock candy. Yeah, like what was... I don't know. There's so many woulda, coulda kind of like theories that we could do. The only way to know for sure would be to somehow sit Koji or one of those guys down at like a fan fest and be like, please tell me what you guys were going to do in 2.0 or even 1.0 with Ascians. We know it's not the same kind of Ascians as later on. Like, what was the plan? I just want to know. It would be nice, because I have the Encyclopedia Eorzea volumes. I would actually appreciate it if they said in those volumes, like, what the original plans for some things would be, rather than just kind of pretend like, we had this planned all along. We always intended for this to be this way. It's funny how it's part of the trial stage, at least. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot. There's so much lore. There's so much to kind of parse through. It's just it's a double-edged sword, because I love how much detail they had with things, but it's also like some things just get frittered away, and like certain things get explained and developed, and other things turn into like vestigial limbs, and then it's like people forget that they were there. Like the stuff I was mentioning earlier about Gelmora, or about like previous lore of the lands, like how Woodsin doesn't exist anymore in Gridania. Like nobody mentions that anymore. Maybe it's because the elementals aren't as strong, or maybe they just don't want that plot device anymore because it's inconvenient or something. Yeah. Anyway, I blabbed on long enough. I think we've thoroughly enjoyed reminiscing and looking back at Final Fantasy XIV's past. So I'll probably kind of leave it there for tonight. Hope everybody enjoyed our little nostalgia bomb evening. I remember showing people the amount of text in the encyclopedia and then telling them there's more to get. There's a third volume coming out that I already pre-ordered. I think it comes out either next month or November. It's like a black volume. Each volume has a different color. Yeah, there's so much. I have to give the writers a lot of credit. For a good MMO, for a good RPG, you gotta make the world feel real. And the best way to do it is to, if is to have so much back history that if someone like me asks, well, tell me about this land or tell me about these people, you already have like a fucking book, basically, that can explain what the history of that people was, what they ate, where they lived, who their enemies were, like what they believe in, like like all this stuff. It's almost airtight, you know, like it's almost perfect if they had kept some of those strands going. I give them a lot of credit for that. Yeah, interesting blast from the past. Anyway, thank you guys so much for indulging my nostalgia session. I'll probably leave it like here for tonight. We will continue on Sunday. Oh no, Saturday. Not Saturday. The fact that there's already hints towards 7.0 from way back, even if it's a small amount. Well, that's the other thing. They're really good at, just like me, I guess, being able to look back and say, like, there's some little leftovers that we could use and continue into the future. Like those little hints of islands or other lands that we just never have seen. But now we actually have the time to develop those worlds. And like how, if you look at the map is purposely obscured in some areas with like, what was it, drawings of clouds or something? But they're slowly revealing stuff from every little cloud area until one day, maybe a couple expansions down the road, that whole map will be cloudless. It'll be full of like explored islands, countries, nations, all that good stuff. I'm looking forward to that. Although I'm also kind of not looking forward to that, because that means once the map is finished, where else do you go? That's when I get worried, like maybe we're seeing the beginnings of the end of the MMO, because it's like, it can't go on forever. But, you know, enjoy the ride while it's there, right? The only cloud they need is... they need a 7 collab. I know they have the motorcycle and the outfits and stuff, but I actually would love, similar to 15, like, let's let Cloud get stuck in 14 land for a week and then teleport him back to Midgar somewhere. Why not? That'd be my dream job. Yeah, like, if they didn't need people to know Japanese, I would say you should totally apply a Square. But I know every time they actually have writing and designer jobs, there is still that requirement that at minimum you have to have like conversational Japanese. Like, because obviously they're not going to be able to sit you in a room that's just like English speaking writers, or at least they don't normally do that. That'd be so awesome. Hoping for one with Rebirth release. Oh yeah, is that next year? Is Rebirth next year? He made it to Tactics. He can make it to yours. He did go to Tactics, didn't he? Oh man, early next year. Oh shit, I can't wait for my boy Sid Highwind. I've been missing him for so long. I want him back. I hope he doesn't have that stupid southern accent that they gave him in Advent Children. I hated that. But he looked really good. Anyway, I digress. I'll just blab on forever. Yes, thank you for everybody for dropping by. I know it's a little shorter, but I kind of like these midweek streams to be a little brief. You can always keep up with me on YouTube or Twitter. I just posted the links there if anyone's interested. I'll see you guys hopefully Saturday, 8 p.m. Pacific, where we'll consider we'll continue our Mass Effect 2 run. It's getting real good. We got almost all the people recruited on our crew. But yeah. Oh, it's a lot of stuff all at once. I feel tired. I was just talking nonstop for like 2.5 hours. I don't know, 3 hours. All right. I'll see you guys next time. In the meantime, have a great rest of your week. I hope it goes great for you. And take care.